Okie dokie. Happy whatever day you're doing this, everyone. Welcome to yoga. Happy Mother's Day for all the Passa mums. And yeah, just a nice little 45 minutes flow. Take your time. Anything you might need in the next 45 minutes, feel free to go and get it. Grab some water if you want a dressing gown strap or anything like that, or a block, a cushion, anything you normally bring. Do pop that next to you and you can use for the next 45 minutes. But yeah, press go on your playlist if you've got it open and we shall get going. We are actually going to start today with just a little bit of breathing. I feel like, it's the end of the month. It is the start of, basically the start of spring, depending on where you are in the world. And I just thought, let's just try and have a bit of chilled breathing time to get us into the next 45 minutes. So come to a comfortable seated position. However that feels, however that looks for you, whether it's cross legs, maybe you want to put a little cushion underneath your bottom, a little block or something, and let your arms either fall into your lap or down by your sides. Give your shoulders a bit of a roll, sit up nice and tall, and when you're ready, just flutter those eyes to a close. Just starting out by noticing here, so are we breathing through the nose, the mouth? Does our breathing maybe feel a little bit rushed? Is it slow? How are things feeling today? When you're ready, starting to lengthen these breaths now. So we're going to start to just breathe through the nose. We'll think about taking a nice sort of 4 to 5 second breath in and a sort of 5 to 6 seconds, breath out. So I'll count you through. Just going to do a few rounds together. So as you breathe in, really thinking about lifting up through the chest, feeling your tummy expand. And as you breathe out, maybe you're sort of settling into your mat a bit more. When you're ready, breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more together like this. Breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to repeat that in a moment, so just let your breath settle for now. Maybe it's take a little slightly shorter breath in. But now I want you to bring one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your belly, so we can really feel that rise and fall as we breathe in and out. And really try and press the chest up and press the belly out as we breathe in. So we want to fill ourselves up with as much oxygen as we can. And as we let go, feel those hands both kind of falling back down. So again, 3 breaths, same pace, same rhythm as before. When you're ready, your next breath in is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, taking your breath slowly back to your own natural rhythm. Maybe letting your hands fall down back into your lap or keeping them as they are. And again, just check in here. So how are you doing? Maybe that's helped to calm the mind, focus you a little bit more. Just give yourself that moment to see how you're feeling. Maybe right now you can remind yourself of those tense areas, those places that you want to work into for the next, or our next few postures, I guess. Bring that to the front of your mind. Remember, there's nothing else you need to be doing right now. Just you and the mat, breathing, chilling out. When you're ready, give those shoulders a nice big roll. Maybe just stretch the arms out to your sides. Open out the chest for that big openness, stretch. And release, hands onto your knees. Fluttering your eyes open, give yourself a wiggle, maybe rock your head left and right. Freestyle here, just move however you need. When you're ready, lifting your head up, we're going to bring our feet together out in front of us, knees out to the side. Bringing your hands around your feet. Now, it doesn't matter how close your feet are towards you. We're aiming here to open up through these hips a little bit. So if you want to come a bit closer, maybe add some more intensity, just wiggle the bottom in. If that is too much, take the bottom away. Just try not to draw those feet in towards you. That can be a bit tougher. So hands are wrapped around the feet. On your next breath in, think about lengthening through the spine, rolling the shoulders back, open the chest. And as you breathe out, start to lean your way forwards. Now, it doesn't matter, again, how close we get to the ground, to the feet. We just want to feel that openness through the insides of the thighs, trying to keep our backs nice and long. So if I come to my side, aiming not to hunch over through the shoulders. So try not to just curl up and wrap yourself up. Really send those shoulders down the spine. Give your neck, your ears some space. Slowly coming up and out of that. We're going to repeat that one more time. So when you're ready, have a wiggle if you need. Take a breath in, give the shoulders a nice big roll open through the chest. As you breathe out, send the chest forwards. Keep that space all the way down the spine. Length all the way down the back. Open through the front of the chest. Maybe this time your elbows are coming a bit closer to the legs, so you can press them down a little bit. Find that extra, what's the word I'm thinking of? Assist. There we go. And slowly make your way back up, releasing your hands from your feet. They'll turn back to face you. Sending your right leg, or your left leg actually, sorry, out to the side. And then your right foot is just going to come to the inside of your thigh. From here, take a deep breath in. Turn your hips slightly to face that left foot. Open up the arms to the top. On your breath out, sending your arms forwards. Doesn't matter where they get to, whether it is your shin, maybe near your ankle or your foot. Again, thinking about that long back. Feeling this stretch down the spine. Probably should be feeling it towards the outside edge, that right edge of the lower back. And as you breathe in and out here, try and come back to that slow breath we had a moment ago. On every exhale, see if you can just find a millimeter more space. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're moving further into the stretch, but you might just be able to feel like we're releasing slightly. It's not as tense as it was the moment before. From here, staying in that fold forwards, taking our hands away from the leg or the foot. We're going to send our arms right out directly in front of us, almost that middle part in ahead of us, facing the hips forwards. Send the fingertips away. Deeper stretch into the inside of our left leg. Still maintaining those slow breaths in, slow breaths out. When you're ready, continuing those hands, walking around to the opposite side. So this time coming over towards the direction of your right knee. Trying to keep your seat bones, your bottoms on the mat. So not just lifting up and giving ourselves that slight change. We're still stretching through the lower back. And then beginning to work all the way back around to where we just came from. So starting out by drawing your hands over to the left, but staying faced forwards, fingertips down, chest long. And then over all the way towards this left leg now. Taking hold of whatever you did a moment ago, or maybe slightly further if you can manage that. Remember to always listen to our bodies, just work with them. One more deep breath. I'm curling up all the way to the top now, slowly making your way back. Give the shoulders a roll, good. Bring that left foot in, coming back to that stretch you did a moment ago, hands around the feet, soles of our feet together, knees out to the sides. Again, feel free to walk yourselves closer or further away. Big breath in as you roll the shoulders down. Exhale, leaning forward. So actually working on a bit of space through the ankles here as well, not just through those hips. Super important that we work on that. Gently lifting yourself up. We're going to do all that again on the opposite side. This time your right leg going out to the side, left sole of your foot, or left foot even coming to the inside of your thigh. As you breathe in, grow tall, lift those arms up. As you breathe out, send everything forwards, taking hold of the foot, the shin, the ankle. Maybe you have a little band or a strap nearby. If you want to wrap that around the foot, feel free. Whatever's going to help you feel the stretch in the lower back here. That is the goal. Shoulders still drawing back, neck nice and long. One more deep breath from this position. Gently releasing your hands from where they are on that right leg, taking them all the way out in front of you, fingertips staying down, still opening up through the chest. You might feel that this side was completely different to the other side. Maybe you're already a bit wonky. That is a-okay. Just work with it, breathe to it. And then continuing our hands, walking over all the way towards the left, straight over this left knee now. Still seat bones trying to ground down. One more deep breath. And starting to walk all the way back, starting with that central position, hands out in front of us. Maybe you can wiggle those fingertips slightly further forward, still maintaining the length down the back. I was going to say spine and then back and then to spine. Who knows? Awesome. Okay, and then over towards this right foot then. Hands to your shin, ankle, toes. Maybe you want to pick up that strap if you had it a moment ago. Leaning your chest forwards. One more breath in. And out. Slowly curling or uncurling your way up. All the way back to seated. Last time for the stretch in the middle. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands coming around, interlace the fingers. Maybe you can bring yourself a little bit closer this time. Big roll of the shoulders, open the chest. Exhale, leaning forward. One more deep breath here again. See if you can just release any tension. Use the breath out so we can really help ourselves with our breath out, our exhale, to find some more room. And slowly lifting your way back up. Nice. Okay, bring those knees together. Feet onto the mat in front of you. And from here, rolling our way down onto our spines, nice and gently. Bring the arms out ahead of us. Slowly bring the back onto the mat so not hitting our spines down. We've got control. When we get there, legs going out long, arms reaching back behind you. Give the full body a nice big squeeze, a big stretch. Feel like we're squeezing every single muscle. Maybe you want to tense through the fists. And release, soften, just let the whole body sink down, melt into the mat. We'll do one more of those because they just always feel so good. Reach the fingertips away, point those toes, maybe tense through the fists, build everything up as strong, as tense, as tight as you can. And release, this time hugging your knees in, wrapping your arms around your legs, maybe rocking left and right. Awesome. Okay, keeping your right leg in. Sending your left leg out long, let it rest on the mat in front of you. And then taking as much movement as we wish here through this right leg. So we're really gonna take some circles, maybe just some wiggles, rocks, sways, finding a bit of space through our right hip. And if you do take those circles, try and go in both directions. Maybe you get some clicks or clunks one way, that's okay. Go with it. Everyone's bodies are different. Okay, keeping your right hand on the shin or the knee, left hand coming onto the top of your left thigh, maybe by your hips. Just start to let your right knee drop out to the right side. So we're not drawing it out, we're not holding it anywhere or forcing it anywhere, we're just letting it open up to the side, seeing how much space we have. And this left hand is almost kind of pressing down onto this left hip or thigh so that we're not just totally turning the body. Good, okay, bring the leg back up to the top. We'll go over to the other side. Your left hand now coming onto the right knee. Start to open up the upper body as you take the left knee up and over, twisting on your mat, gazing over your right arm, whether that is all the way spread out to your fingertips or maybe you've got a bend in the elbow. Again, maybe you get some clicks and clunks through the spine here, aiming for both shoulders to stay on the mat. So it's tempting to kind of let this right shoulder lift up and just let our knee come all the way down to the ground. But actually, we're really looking for the twist in the lower back rather than the upper. Maybe feeling a stretch down into the glutes, into the outside of your thigh. As you breathe, just sink into the stretch a bit more. Grill, making your way back up. And letting your right leg go long as you hug this left knee in. Same thing on the opposite side. Squeeze it in, give it a nice big cuddle. Rocking, wiggling, circles. Notice any differences on this side. Maybe it feels exactly the same. Maybe it's just a bit tighter. Circling in both directions, even those points that feel a bit sticky. That's exactly why we do these things. When you're ready, leaving your left hand on the knee or on the shin or thigh, right hand onto your right leg, just start to drop that left leg out to the side. Again, doesn't matter how low it gets. We're just opening up. It's just easy to let that leg fall. We're not forcing it anywhere at all. Fabulous. Bring this knee back up. Twisting over the other direction, right hand to left knee now. Take it across the body. Sending your left arm away, gazing over your shoulder, your elbow, towards the fingertips maybe. Both shoulders staying grounded. This is such a good stretch to breathe into, really practice those long, deep breaths in and out. On the exhale, you often can find that you move slightly deeper into it. Notice where you're feeling it most. Down the back, in the glutes, in the leg. One more deep breath. Bringing this left knee up now. Right knee hugging in as well. Give both legs another big squeeze. We all need a hug. Wrapping your arms around the shins, rocking as much as you wish. Maybe you want to curl up tightly into a little ball. Bring your head, your chin up nice and close. From here, taking your hands behind those knees. Going to take some big rocks forwards and backwards. And we're really thinking about building up momentum here because in a moment, we're going to come up straight from where we are in this rock into standing. So there's no right and wrong. If we wobble out of it, that is all fine. Just take your time, build up some momentum. When you're ready, bringing the feet out in front of you, arms reach out, come all the way up to the top. Yes, nice, awesome. And then folding down on your next breath out. Fingertips towards the mat, let your upper body be heavy. Maybe give your legs a bit of a shake. We'll take one halfway lift here. So breathe in, lifting the back, lifting those shoulders, fingertips to your shins. Exhale, let everything come down. Feel free to take a bend through the knees here. Your knees do not need to be straight right now. Let's twist into our legs. The IT band is always going to have a nice little stretch in any runner's flow. So we're bending our left leg, keeping the right leg straight. Your left fingers either onto your mat or maybe just onto your leg. And your right arm is going to open up to the side as you turn the chest up to the top. So we should be feeling a nice big stretch down the outside edge of this right leg. If it's too intense, maybe just ease off that bend through the left leg. If you want to take it further, bend a little deeper. Really rolling this right shoulder back. And release. Both hands down to the ground, shake the knees out slightly. Over to the other side, right knee bends this time, fingers onto the mat, maybe your leg. Left leg is straight, left arm reaching up as we turn, twist to the side. Again, feel free to ease off. We don't want to have any pain here. So if it is pain, please do listen to your body. And slowly coming back down, release. Give those legs a little wiggle. One more halfway lift while we're here. Breathe in, roll the shoulders, open the chest. Exhale, fold. Awesome. Small bend through those legs now as we step back into a high plank. Moving through a vinyasa. So as you inhale here, lift up a little bit more into that high plank, open the chest. Exhale, lowering your knees down, toes untuck, chest all the way down to the mat. Big roll of your shoulders as you open your chest up into a cobra. And then pressing yourself back, tucking the toes, almost through a little child's pose. And then lifting up into our downward facing dog. Feel free, in fact, not just feel free, please do wiggle in this down dog. So I don't know how everyone's calves are feeling, but mine always need an extra little wiggle and shake up when I get to a down dog. Rock side to side, pedal those feet out. Maybe you want to give your wrists a bit of a shake as well, your head, your neck. And when you're ready, coming to still. Now bringing your feet just a little bit closer into us and a bend through those knees if that already feels quite tight through the legs. So do bend the knees as much as you need. Moving into a twist from where we are, working on a little bit of shoulder stability. Keeping your right hand anchored down into the mat, we're going to bring our left fingertips onto the ground and just start to walk them over to your right leg. So this can be your right thigh, maybe it's your calf, maybe towards your ankle. Keep pressing into that right hand as you try and turn the upper body underneath the underarm. Good. So as I said, take as much or as little bend through those knees as you wish. Feel that twist through the upper body. One more deep breath. Keep pressing through this right hand. And slowly releasing. Moving straight over to the other side so you can give that right arm a bit of a break. Left hand anchoring down. Coming onto our right fingertips, walking the hand over to the left leg, wherever that is, whether it's shin, ankle, thigh. Turning the body underneath your underarm. Keep pressing through this left arm. So you don't want to just sink down into the shoulder socket. Using the strength through the arm to hold us here, to twist slightly further. And release. Both hands back onto the mat. Give them a bit of a shake. Maybe walk those feet out again. Roll the shoulders. Good. Okay, bringing your right leg forwards, planting it outside our right hand. So wiggle that foot as far forward as you need to be. Let this left knee come down, toes untucked. As we breathe in here, opening up through the chest. As you breathe out, start to fold your chest forwards. Doesn't matter how low we are, whether we're staying on our hands, maybe you move onto your forearms. And you can stay still or rock side to side into our lizard pose, really trying to open up those hips today. I'm going to take some more movement in a while, or in a moment, I should say. So if you do want to stay still right now, feel free. Okay, going back up onto your hands if you're not there at the moment. Keeping your left hand exactly as it is. Start to lift your right arm up, but your elbow is going to be the main thing that opens up to the side. And just really reaching back. So here's where some mobility comes in for us. Bring that elbow all the way forward, tapping it on the ground in front of you. And then two more just like that. So your right elbow reaching back, open up through the chest, really, really tense through the upper body, try to open a little bit more. Bring it all the way back down, elbow taps the mat. Last one, bring it up. Exhale, bring it forward, elbow taps down. Same thing, but this time extending through the arm. So lift the elbow up first and then reach those right fingertips back. Slight squeeze of the glutes. We're still sending the hips forwards. Bring the right hand all the way back, elbow to the mat. Again, 2 more, 3 of each variation here. Extend the arm backwards, open up, twist, turn to the side. Release, come forwards. You might get some clicks and clunks like me through your spine last time. Through this option, send the right arm away, gaze back behind you. And bring it forwards. Okay, now if that is absolutely enough, feel free to stay with either of those options. Our final one now, same thing with the arm. Lift the elbow, extend through the arm, and maybe this time extending also through this right leg. So hips going back, extra stretch at the back of the leg. Bring everything forwards. Elbow back to tap the mat at the front. Really finding that space. 2 more, elbow coming back, extend through the arm, hips going behind us, through our half splits, but in a bit of a twist. Everything comes forward, sink those hips a little lower. Last round, send the right arm back, reach behind you, open up, this time holding. So whichever option you're in, whether that is this half splits variation, or maybe you're just with the arm, we have 1 more deep breath here. And then bring everything forwards, both hands onto the mat. Have a little wiggle around if you need. Tucking your left toes behind you, lifting your left knee up off the mat. From here, stepping ourselves forward into a squat at the top of the mat. So just thinking about those right toes slightly facing towards the outside edge of of the mat first, and then pressing off of this left foot to draw it forwards, lowering our bottoms down. If it is more comfortable here to pop a little block or something behind you, please do. Maybe you want to bring your fingertips onto the mat. Maybe you want to bring your hands together, elbows to the insides of the thighs. Good, wherever you are, think about lengthening through the spine. We've already done so much prep work on those backs. We can really open up as much as possible now. Nice. Okay, start sending your hands forwards if they're up on your legs or together by your chest even. And then lifting your bottoms up, stepping this right foot back, keeping the left foot where it is, lower the right knee down. Good. Okay, feel free to creep this left foot further forward if it's maybe not in the right place. You want it around in line with the hands. Moving through that same exercise, same postures as we did a moment ago. So inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, folding down, starting with this lizard pose. Maybe staying on your hands, maybe move into forearms. If you have a little block that you want to pop underneath the arms, go for it. Remember, this is your time, so whatever feels good, that is what we should be doing. Sending the hips forward, still finding that extra space, soft through the upper body. Refocus on your breathing. Where's it gone? Good stuff. Okay, lifting back up onto your hands if you're not there at the moment. Moving through those repeated postures like we did last time. Your right hand this time staying on the mat, and your left elbow is going to be the one to move. So nice big breath in, roll that left shoulder, take the elbow back behind you. Bring it all the way down in front, tapping the mat with the elbow. 2 more of this one. Elbow coming back, open up the shoulder, open up the chest. All the way back down. Last one of this round, take the elbow back. See if you've got any more space. Can you turn a millimeter more? Bring it back. Keep those hips low, still drawing the hips forwards. Next variation, send the elbow back first, then extending through the arm. Everything coming back to the front. Bring it up, lift high, press through that right arm as well. So anchor it down, open up the chest. Everything forwards. Last one with this arm extension. Left elbow coming high, reach those fingertips back behind you. And release. Now adding in the legs if you did last time, or feel free to stay with those other options. Take the arm back first, find that space in the upper body, and then shifting your hips back. Good, nice, awesome job. Bring everything forwards. Elbow down to the mat, find more room through those hips, and the arm back. Hips going back when you're ready, arms reach, fingertips. Release, coming forwards. Last round, whichever one we're in, take the arm back first, maybe adding those legs in, pausing just for one deep breath. Where are you feeling this? Can you move slightly further into it? Release, both hands coming forwards, bend into that left leg again. Feel free, as we did last time, just to wiggle, move, roll those shoulders a little bit. Moving back into our squat as we did before. Wiggle that left foot out to the side if you need to, tucking your right toes underneath, and then stepping forwards, feet planting down in front. Also, I've got some cracky knees here. Lowering your bottom down, feel free to stay on the tiptoes, maybe place a block behind you, or you can bring your hands up to the chest, elbows pressing into the sides of the legs. And we're just pausing here, lifting up through the crown of the head, nice proud chest. You are happy, smiley, wonderful runners. That's what we are. Breathing here. Okay, fingertips down in front of us, lifting your hips up high, coming up to a bit of a wide-legged fold. So feel free to heel toe those feet slightly wider, about 2 hip widths apart. Fingertips down by the mat, slight bend through your knees. Breathing in, Sarah, as you roll those shoulders back, open the chest. Breathing out as you fold down. Really thinking about your upper body being heavy, so not holding any tension through the head, the neck, the arms. If it feels good, holding onto opposite elbow and just rocking side to side. Feel free to move into your hips, maybe bending one knee and then the other. As you breathe, can you just sink down a bit more? Letting go of those elbows if you had them held. Bringing your hands around your shins or your ankles. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to get there. Inhale, press into those legs, lift the chest. This time, as you exhale, draw yourselves in. So use that hands to legs. Gently drawing the chest down. One more of those. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to fold down. Okay, walking your hands over to the front of your mat, stepping back to a high plank. This time coming onto our tummies, maybe your knees lowering first, tummies all the way down onto the mat. Let your hands just come down by your side, resting your head, maybe on your ear, your forehead. Take a moment, feel heavy on the mat. Moving up into our Sphinx pose. So when you're ready, bringing your forearms down, hands in line with your ears and your eyes, head facing forwards. On your next breath in, give those shoulders a nice big roll. On your breath out, press into the arms, lift the chest up. Really feeling that openness through the front of the body. Slowly lowering the chest back down. Give your hips a little shake side to side. Good. Okay, pressing your hands underneath the shoulders, bringing yourself back into a child's pose, bottom to heels, arms reaching forwards, upper body just curling, resting over the lap. Slowly bringing yourself up to kneeling. Gently just let your shoulders rise, your head rise, shoulders roll back. Good, okay, we're nearly there. Still got some work to do on those hips, I reckon. So we're going to move into a frog pose. Now, sometimes this can feel quite intense, so do take your time, take it easy, go slow. If it's too much, just come into a child's pose, preferably a wide leg child's pose, because we are thinking about opening up those hips. So if that's the case, knees around hip distance apart, sorry, mat distance apart, and just let your body fold forwards. If you're coming into your frog pose, lifting up to all fours for now, and then again, walk those feet. Actually, I'll come side on so you can see me a bit better. We're going to walk our knees to about mat width or a bit wider, but our feet are directly behind the knees. So rather than toes together like in a child's pose, our shins are kind of parallel to each other. Okay, from here, we should already feel a slight openness through the inside of the thighs. And then you're going to walk your hands forwards. So sending our chest down, maybe moving onto your forearms, or maybe taking it further, reaching those arms out ahead of you, lowering your chest towards the mat. Does not at all have to be on the mat. If you're not quite feeling it, feel free to take those knees slightly wider. If you're feeling it too much, bring them in. But we're holding here a little bit longer than usual. So do get comfortable. You will find that as you breathe, as you stay in this posture, you kind of melt into it a bit more, but it is still intense. So close the eyes, really focus. Give yourself those nice, long, deep breaths. Maybe your chest starts to sink down closer to the mat. Maybe it just starts to ease off that feeling into the hips. Okay, 3 more deep breaths, nice and slow. Think of those 5-second inhales, 6-second exhales. Refocus the mind, bring that sense of calm back. Really gently now starting to come out of this one. Walking your hands back towards you, bringing yourself up to all fours from that frog pose. Easy, slow, move those knees in. You might feel a bit creaky at first. Bring the knees together, sit your bottom back to your heels. Just let your upper body fold over the lap for a moment. You need a little bit of a rebound sometimes coming out of that frog pose. When you're ready, start to lift up to kneeling, legs staying as they are. Roll the shoulders back, grow tall through the crown of the head. Awesome stuff. Okay, a few side stretches and then we'll come down onto our backs. So when you are ready, your left hand coming out to the side, fingertips onto the mat. Let's reach this right arm up and over. So send that right arm really as far away from you as you can, feeling that stretch through the ribcage, expanding, lengthening down the side of the body. From here, start to curl the chest towards the left side as you bring this right arm, or right hand, I should say, towards the ground. And then sending your right arm forwards, extending both arms out in front of you, walking them or gliding them, I guess, all the way over to the opposite side. So your right fingertips now coming down and your left arm is going to open up to the side. Good, nice big semicircle. Same thing as we did last time, reach the fingers. We're going to make our way back to where we just started. Bring this left hand down, start to tilt the body, taking that big semicircle, fingertips stretching out in front of us, gliding over to the opposite side, reaching your right arm over, left fingertips down. Any more room this time? Good, last time. Bring the right hand down, send the hands away, take them across the mat, all the way over to the opposite side, right hand down, left arm lift. And bring yourself up. Slowly make your way up to seated. Give the shoulders a nice big roll. Maybe you want to shake your wrists as well. Bring your hands down one side, legs the other way, making our way onto our backs. Let yourself just glide down, roll the back onto the mat. Hugging your right knee in, let the left leg go out long. So again, feel free to wiggle or rock if that feels good. Probably got quite a lot of space in those hips now. It should feel a bit different to when we did it at first. This time we're going to extend through the right leg. So send it up towards the top, really pressing the heel away. So we're flexing our toes back towards us, hands coming behind our thigh, interlace the fingers. Again, this is where if you have a strap or a little dressing gown belt or anything like that nearby, you might want to wrap it around the foot. If not, feel free to stay with the hands. Slowly just drawing the leg closer in towards you. Again, you might feel like that is enough. Or if you want to take it further, taking your hands up towards the shin, the ankle, thinking about softening through the shoulders. So really focusing on this stretch being in the leg, not the upper body. It's really easy for us to kind of stick our chin up and tense through the upper body here. Just lower those shoulders back down, bring the chin back down so our necks are in line with the rest of our backs. Slowly bending into your right leg, letting go with the hands, bringing the left leg in. We're going to cross our right ankle in front of this left knee, finding a little figure of 4, interlacing the hands now behind this left thigh and drawing both legs in towards us. Stretch through those glutes. Feel that openness. I think everyone can tell I've got tight glutes. As you breathe again, see if you can just sink into your stretch a little bit more. Sending the tailbone down away from you. Soft through the upper body again, let the jaw release. Doesn't need to be clenched. Slowly unraveling your legs. Let the right leg go out long. Switching things over to this left side. Draw the left knee up, nice and close to you. Wiggle if you wish. And then into our lovely hamstring stretch. Extend this left leg up. Hands behind the thigh or further up towards your calf, your ankle. Just easing the leg, the knee closer towards you, soft through those shoulders. Let the chin come down slightly. Breathing steady. Maybe you can move this leg further, maybe it's not going quite as far as the other one. Just notice it. That's all we need. Slowly releasing, bending through our left leg. Right knee coming in, left ankle crossing in front of that right thigh. Hands behind your right thigh as well. Draw both legs in. Stretching into those glutes. Still sending your tailbone away. So we often can just kind of wiggle it or curl it to one side in this posture, but really thinking about extending through that lower back, focusing on the stretch through the back of our left thigh into our glutes. Deep breath. When you're ready, starting to move out of that now. Maybe bringing both knees in towards you. Give yourself another big hug. You never have enough. Letting your legs rest down ahead of you, whether that's knees bent or legs out long. We're going to come to rest down now, but of course, if you do have any other stretches or any little movement that you would like to do before you do rest, feel free to do that. When you're ready, coming down to a comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that feels like for you. Just closing your eyes, maybe bringing your attention to your breathing, maybe a sound nearby, the music. Give yourself these last few moments just to stay still, to be heavy, just to let go. Finding a nice deep breath in now through the nose. Feel the tummy lift, the chest rise. Deep breath out. Maybe find some movement through the fingers, the toes. Roll your wrists, your ankles. And let's move into a full body stretch to finish up, taking your arms back behind you, reaching your fingers as far away as you can, point those toes, feel that lift through the chest. Hugging your knees in, wrapping your arms around the legs, give yourself a squeeze. Noticing how you're doing, how you're feeling. And keeping your eyes still closed or a soft gaze. Start to make your way up gently to a seated position. Again, however you want to sit is fine by me. Come to a comfortable place. Let your hands maybe fall into the lap. Maybe they just sit down by your sides. Give your shoulders a roll. Find all that lovely length down the back. Give yourselves a huge, huge well done just for turning up, for being on the mat for the last 45 minutes. You've done it. Big smiles all round. Thank you very, very much. Have a lovely rest of whatever you're doing for the rest of the day. I will see you very soon. Any thoughts, questions, feedback, you know where I am on the chat. Any requests the next time we do yoga, let me know. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.